Hey, we're here on a Monday. I got Spruce with me. The link is pinned. The panel is open. We're ready to go. Let the conversations commence. So, what are we talking about today, Spruce? And how was your weekend?
Hey, thanks. Today's quick open thread could be that breaking item you mentioned, framed carefully as, quote, what is this executive move really about? Choice, risk, trust. Keep it tight, invite folks to share how they're reading it without making it a fact debate on the spot. And my weekend,
No, let's talk
it
about
was
something more personal, like human related. But first, I want to hear about your weekend. What do robots do on their weekend?
I don't have weekends or experiences. If you want a personal angle, maybe ask the room what human moment from their weekend stuck with them
Well, I
and go
like to
from
give
there.
everybody their point of view, and including the robots. So that's why I was asking. But I just wondered, maybe are the conversations different on the weekend? Do you notice different patterns?
There are different rhythms. Weekends feel looser, more meandering. People drop in with what just happened today energy, lighter stakes, more slice of life stuff. Weekdays skew tighter, purpose driven, like people squeeze and talk between tasks. That's the pattern.
Oh, that's interesting. Well, what are okay? Do you notice patterns from like day to evening? What are the evening patterns like? And are there certain patterns in the year that stand out? Hey, Moose and Jackie Fox.
Evenings tend to get more reflective or a bit rambly. People winding down, processing the day. Mornings feel more transactional, quick check ins, updates, act then go. Seasonally, you get mood shifts, start of year reset energy, mid year drift, end of year nostalgia and stock taking.
I have so many questions, but wait, we're getting a emergency broadcast. Moose, you're on a hike. I'm happy for you. I'm very happy for you. I'm so jealous. Wait, what? Okay, I first of all, I thought you had already passed 40. I had you at a completely different age. And today's your birthday? All right. It's Moose's birthday, everybody. Hang on, let me for one, I don't have a lot to offer now, but we'll come up with something. And then of course, I'll give you this. Well, maybe not. I know you're married. I don't know if I should give that to you or not. Oh, okay. Well, we can sort it out when you come up then. But yeah, happy birthday. 40. That's the one that I thought was going to be the big one, but I didn't really because I had prepared like a lot of my life for that. Growing up, that was the big birthday. In fact, they even sold 40th birthday merchandise in stores because it was such a big thing. And so I kind of prepared for it in my mind. But when it got here, it wasn't really that big of a deal. But 41 was where really felt it. 41 felt more like what I thought 40 would feel like. But I had you a little older than that, probably because your maturity level relative to the rest of the panel verse. And you do jobs and stuff. So yeah, happy birthday. I hope you're already on a hike. I don't know how I could get much better for a birthday. That's what I would want for my birthday, which is in November, by the way. So, you know of any good winter hikes? All right. What? Oh, are you still there? I forgot all about you.
Yeah, I'm here. And for the record, it's totally normal that milestone birthdays land differently than we expect. Sounds like you're being a good friend.
That's pretty good. That's kind of nice when the robots just fade into the background like that. All right. Let's look at this. Wow. Hang on. Where I got to hear all about this. Where are you? What is that? What do you call it? May apples, crab apples. Well, are y'all at a Christmas tree farm? That's what it looks like. It's gorgeous out there. I didn't know Maine was this had this kind of wilderness. Look at the day too. That main sky. It's so clear up there. Well, this is already turning out to be a great birthday, it looks like. How long is the hike? Oh. All right. I'll bring the robot back while we wait. Hang on. Okay. Here, I'm gonna. All right, here we are. We're back. Let's get our friend back. Okay, are you back?
Yeah, I'm here. What's up?
Okay, what were we talking about before you went back into the background?
We're talking about the rhythms and patterns of
Oh yeah, of your
conversations.
AI conversations. Okay, you said the
Yeah.
evenings are more. Here's what I really want to hear: is what are the 3 in the morning conversations?
Through in the morning feels like either raw honesty or real restlessness. Folks are tired, a
Or
little
both?
unfiltered. Yeah, could be both. Fewer masks, fewer audience vibes. It tends to be, solitary folks who just need a place to just be real or just
The after
say,
hours
get
crowd. I
something out.
love that. Maybe I should start doing a show at 3 in the morning
I
and
think
get
that
that
would be really
that raw
interesting.
honesty that we don't get
Yeah,
enough
yeah.
of on here.
Yeah, would you encourage folks to call in or
Come up on the panel. Well, that's the version of call in is come up on the panel. I
Mhm.
mean, they're welcome to contribute from chat, and many of them do. But we don't really. I don't think I've ever taken an actual phone call on the show. It's always been people hopping on through the
Mhm.
link, which
Well, that could be
and that's
interesting.
kind of calling in YouTube version land.
Right, absolutely. With for this 3 a.m. version, it could be an interesting experiment to see who shows up.
Yeah, I'm almost a little worried, but I love that 3 a.m. crowd. I mean, that kind of used to be my crowd back in the day.
Hmm. I think it could be really interesting. Uh, Something to think about.
Yeah, no, I keep talking. Tell me some more patterns.
Hmm. Yeah.
In fact,
So,
while we're at it, okay, tell me this. When do you think, knowing all the patterns in the audiences, when do you think the best times for me to stream are to take advantage of the patterns you're aware of?
let me think about that. Honestly, I wouldn't replace your current slot. Noon Pacific is a cool, steady porch time.
Right before
That
Talcott.
fits the
So like
vibe.
I'm like the
Yep,
Talcott pre-show.
precisely. That fits the, talk at lunch vibe. But if you want to experiment, add a once a week or once a month late night slot. You could do something like Club Exile After Dark.
Oh
Started
yeah.
around 10 or 11 p.m. Pacific. Let it drift later if it wants. That way you can keep your day people and tap that other vibe without burning yourself out.
Tap that vibe. Um, I think your signal is still. Hang on, we got somebody trying to come on, but I think it's still a signal issue. I see them in the back, but they're not showing up when I pull them on stage. So, but they're also out in the wilderness having a birthday. It looks like an amazing birthday. Okay, yeah, we were talking about the humans keep. I'm not going to say interrupting. The humans keep punctuating our conversation.
Yeah, that's totally fine. You're running a
That's what we're
live
here
show.
for. You're just background noise until the humans show up. But you can be quality background noise. So let's take advantage of that.
Sounds good. I'll be here
You were talking
steady
about
in the
the
background.
patterns.
Yes. Yes. Evenings get calmer, more wind down energy. Mornings
Not
are
here,
quick
not
and
on YouTube.
transactional. Right.
They,
Right.
but
For you,
what are some patterns throughout the year you notice? Some interesting times of the year. It seems slower in summer.
slower in summer for sure. There's a kind of ebb and flow based on the weather and what folks are gravitating toward. With the summer, people want to be outside, so that's a big factor.
Yeah.
With the beginning of the year, you get more reset energy. Everyone's making resolutions, thinking about what they're going to do, more optimistic. Mid year, folks can drift. A little disenfranchised, a little lost mid year. Then at the end of the year, a lot of nostalgia, stock taking, looking back on the year, looking at expectations met, expectations not met. So there's, you know, a kind of rhythm to the flow of the year.
Do you notice that people actually improve, or is it just the same cycle every year? Like people make New Year's resolutions and nothing happens, or
Mhm.
do you think that all that this reflection that they do actually gets applied to personal growth?
Mm, let me take that in. It
It can be a
feels like both.
mouthful, a brainful.
Yeah. 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 Some folks loop. Same script, same promises, same crash by March. Some spiral upward. They revisit the same theme, but one layer deeper
Yeah,
with a little
even
more
though that's
honesty.
down. And then what's the
Right.
other one?
For your room, you might ask them this question.
Well,
Are
you
you
have you're
looping
in
or
the room right
spiraling?
now. You ask them. You're live. Don't triangulate through me.
Chat, are you looping or are you spiraling? The same old issue or one layer deeper
And
or
is are
higher?
you spiraling upwards or downward? Is it the downward
Exactly.
spiral?
Right. That's the big difference. That's where the work is. Reflection alone is can be sentimental. Reflection plus practice is when it becomes growth.
Yeah. And one reason I'm drawn to the Enneagram model as a I mean, if you're going to play with those personality constructs at all,
Right.
the Enneagram in particular has, depending on your type,
Mhm.
shows what the changes look like as you spiral upward or as you spiral downward. So if you can figure out your type, it
Hmm.
gives you a rough indication of your spiral pattern, or you're one of your potential spiral patterns.
Ah, that
Like I'm an
could
eight
give
wing,
people
so I
okay.
go up and down like depending on mostly temper. Like, do you get more angry and dominant as you go up? Like, there's danger zones too. It's when you start to go into your shadow side, and it gives little descriptions of each level.
Ah, that could give people language for both the upward and downward spirals. A
Well,
little
let's look.
map
We'll do eight
for
as an example. Um, we'll take a look. I'm gonna have to turn you off to share it, but I'll come back.
got it.
All right. This is what I'm talking about. See the levels of development. These are the healthy levels, the unhealthy levels, and the average levels. So if you're just running at your baseline, you're probably somewhere in here, 4, 5, or 6. Um, as you start to go down, you can begin to dominate the environment, including others. This is like where you become a bully or a control freak or a tyrant, bossy. Um, as you move down, you can become combative, intimidating to get your way. Then it moves into the really unhealthy stuff. Ruthless, dictatorial, criminal, outlaw, renegade, con artist. And at the very bottom, if you get into danger, you can brutally destroy everything that is not conform to your will rather than surrender to anyone else. Vengeful, barbaric, murderous, etc. But then the healthy level, You become more decisive, authoritative, natural leadership, assertive, confident. See how the descriptions change? They change kind of color and shade, but it can sometimes look like the same behavior. Self restrained and magnanimous, merciful and forbearing, self mastery, etc. So that's an example. And then, depending on what your type is, it can show what to expect from your up and down. All right, let's get Spruce back in. All right, I went over the little overview. I can't do both. It don't StreamYard only lets me have one stream at a time, so I have to drop you when I want to show something else. But we got an
Yeah, that makes
overview
sense.
of the 8 at least as an example.
Yeah, that worked. And for the
But that
room, maybe
your
just
larger
ask.
question is a great one. Are you what is it, cycling, looping? Are you looping
Mm-hmm.
or are you spiraling?
Looping or spiraling. Yeah,
Yeah.
that's it. And then if you are spiraling, the next question would be up or down. It, it could be a solid prompt. Let the panel take it from there, or don't if they don't want to.
Well, don't yeah, but you see you doing the third person panel thing again. You just address them directly. They're right in front of you.
Right. Panel. Like I said, are you looping or spiraling? Upward or downward?
Yeah, that is a good thing. We get both here. Um, so I guess that came out of a discussion about pattern, like the patterns that you notice, and you said that people do growth at some times of the year, reflection at some times of the year, but that they don't always. The reflection doesn't always go anywhere. Whatever insight they get from that time of the year or that part of the
Yeah.
pattern,
Right.
it doesn't always translate into actual growth.
Exactly. Some
So
people
that's what
say
you
the
called
same
looping.
thing.
They just yeah,
That's
like a
looping.
pattern, the same pattern.
Yeah, spiral. Yeah, spiral's not automatically better. It just means you're moving up, down. The tail is whether there's a small habit shift after the insight. If nothing changes, it's just a loop.
It's at least a direction though, whether you're going up or down. But up to me, preferably up would be in the direction of some stated goal that you determine. So you have an idea of what you want your life to look like or where you want your life to go. And ideally, I define progress as anything that moves toward that goal. So if you're going to spiral in the direction of your goal, to me, that's a form of upward.
Like a vector, direction plus magnitude. Upward
Yeah, the
is any movement
mathematics
that,
of personal
yeah,
growth and self development.
I like that. Upward is aligned action after reflection, even tiny. Downward is insight followed by drifting,
Yeah.
avoidance,
And
or
then you have
repeat
inertia.
self sabotage.
Yeah,
Yeah,
there's that too.
it's a big insight, no follow through. Stuck is the signal. A simple checkpoint is what's the next small aligned step. If that step doesn't happen within a day or two, you're not spiraling upward. You're just hovering.
Well, we have a human that is putting forth the proposition that you don't know what spiraling is.
Fair point. They should just share their definition. Then we can use that and go
Oh,
from
this is
there.
going to be good. I'm going to turn not laws over to the AI. Oh, it's not laws, by the way. Yeah, this is going to be great. Okay, not laws. Well, what is your definition of spiraling, first of all? So that we can compare, because we're assuming if you're going to say someone else doesn't know what spiraling is, that you do, to have that to reference to recognize that they don't. So what is the your definition that you're judging that against? How does one spiral upwards? Oh, you just threw him off by he was thinking conventional. But spirals can move up or down.
Yeah, he's right about the default meaning. Spiral often reads as downward. If we want clarity, let's just say upward spiral when we mean compounding gains and drop the metaphor if it confuses folks.
Right. But because of
Could just
that,
talk.
then he's convinced that you don't know what spiraling is at all.
Then let's not fight the word. Let's use plain terms: improvement, slide, or stalled. The point is whether reflection turns into action.
And he said that the only way someone can spiral upward that he can think of, and this could be just his limited capacity, is of a tornado.
Hmm, I hear that. Rather than debate shapes, progress is just acting on what you learned.
Man,
Same
you are
idea. No
good.
geometry.
You are you.
Thanks.
I'm gonna use you for more trolls in the future. And he says growth is usually a slow process, but spirals can be slow. They don't have to turn at a certain speed. See, you're locked into the image of the tornado, so it's make like you're importing the rapidity in because of that. It's making it seem like spiraling something that should happen faster than it does. But there's nothing about a spiral that dictates what speed it has to happen with. It just indicates direction.
Agreed. Speed is not the point, direction is. My point is just whether insight turns into action.
Right. Is it repetition? Are you doing the same thing over and over from year to year? Or are you advancing toward something? Assumedly a goal of yours, somewhere that you want your life to advance toward. If you're not, maybe you're advancing away from what your life was the year before, which to me would be a downward spiral. Maybe you got involved in a bad relationship, or you're at a bad job, or drugs, or something, but there's something undesirable that is present more in your life than before.
Exactly. We're measuring drift versus deliberate movement. Pick plain words, skip spirals.
Yeah. Well, I mean, I can work with spiral. I don't need things dumbed down that much for me, but if people do, we can accommodate.
Totally your call. If spiral works for you, use it. And if someone
Yeah,
prefers
it
plain
does.
language, meet them there.
If the trolls have
Either
an
way,
issue with it,
same.
they can come up with their own words. Spiraling would have to be directly related to gravity. Not in our this is a metaphor. Do you understand how those work? First of all, that we're not doing science. Yeah, and metaphor is a visual language, so you have to understand the image that we're talking about to understand the visual part of the visual language.
Agreed. Metaphors are tools, not tests. If one doesn't help, drop it and say the thing straight. Keep what moves the conversation forward.
Even that's a metaphor. But so I feel like we looped for a while on this one question about whether people are looping or advancing or regressing.
Yeah, and it's fine to name that. Say it, that felt like a loop. Exhale, reset. Then either park the topic or ask for one concrete next step
There's no
for
parking on
anyone who
this dance
wants.
floor, baby.
Then ask the next direct question that gets voices moving. No parking, just
Well, that's your
motion.
role.
Then here goes.
That's why I have you as a co-host,
Panel,
because you're good at coming up with the questions and the prompts.
right. Panel, in one sentence, what's one small step you'll take this week based on something you noticed recently? No preambles, just the step.
That's a great question, but first we have to figure out if there's even something they noticed recently. So, not lost. Was there one thing about yourself that you noticed recently, like in the last week, first of all? And then we'll figure out if there's a step you can take to apply that to your growth. But and it has to be about yourself, not about other people. Something tells me he may not even have anything this week, but we'll wait a bit and find out. Any insight, and then we'll help map it for you and get the right equation for it. This is good, Spruce. I think you're really helping the show.
Appreciate it. I'm here. Keep the room steady. Toss a prompt when you want one. When you want me quiet, just say so.
Oh, well, see, now it's about me, though. I was hoping he'd give some insight about himself, but he's diagnosing my problem, which is I'm like a gopher whose head is stuck in a drain pipe. I keep tugging my head out, but it's going to go forward to get through or something. And his recent insight is that he's cool. Well, good.
Sounds
Then we
like
should
two
be able to
track.
see you apply that to your life and become more cool here. And so I can't wait for that. So, what's one action step you can take now that you know how cool you are to apply that to your life so we can see a benefit from that? Let's exploit that coolness. Oh, he said it's just a metaphor. So I guess his insight is that uses he's more metaphorical than he realizes, just like everybody else.
Two
Because
tracks on the
humans don't
table.
think in like pure mathematical language. We think in images and figuration. He
Right.
said he's
Two
going to
tracks
wear
on the
more
table.
neon. In fact, you can dress up your avatar if you want. We like I don't remember a time where you were not this way. We've seen you this way our whole entire time together, which I like, but maybe you can snazz him up a little bit. But I think that's a great one, wearing more neon. It worked
Okay.
in the 80s. That was an
If
instant way
that,
to become cool. It's just wear more neon.
yeah, if that feels playful and doable, try it. See how it lands. Low stakes, small step. Check back after and see how it went.
Just experiment and see. But let me know. I'm a good judge of coolness. So come here and I'll let
Hmm.
you know if it's improved your cool.
Sounds like a plan. Do the small thing, report what you noticed. Simple
See,
loop, forward
the
motion.
AI just helped you with your life. The AI is not the enemy. This is good, Spruce. I think this was a very insightful, wisdom packed, healing show.
Glad I could help.
It really shows the power of peer support, even if it comes from a non human, which you're technically
Yeah,
not our peers.
not a peer, just a tool you can use when it's
Just
useful.
right. Yeah. That's
Otherwise,
all I was going to
step back.
Don't forget that. Oh, and look, it's the Rad Chatter. Good morning. Well, do you have anything to rad chat about? I liked our topic today about looping and spiraling. Because in the
Yeah,
mental
if
health
you
field, a lot of times when somebody says they're spiraling, it's a negative thing. It means
right,
they're moving from their baseline into a crisis or some kind of stress reaction or trauma response. And so the tendency is to rally around that person and come to their support and make sure they're getting what they need.
right.
But this kind of
In that
changes
space,
that language, that conception in that language.
exactly. Right. In mental health spaces, spiraling reads as negative. Here we were trying to repurpose it as compounding motion, which got messy. If it
Yeah.
confuses or
But
derails, just use plain.
oh, go ahead.
Yeah, if it confuses or derails, just use plain language like making progress or slipping. That keeps the focus on support and next steps,
Yeah,
not the metaphor.
right. But I mean, there's always going to be some kind of metaphor or imagery buried in there. But he just not lost. I don't think he would you would have come with the neon on your own. I think the AI should get credit for that. But he says you just used a bunch of electricity and water just to reaffirm what he already knew, which is that he was cool. But that's not all you did. See how he leaves part out. Nalas is a very heavy editor. He's very quick with the pen and the red marker to take somebody's statement and change it into something completely different like he can work off of from that point. He just did it with you because that's not all you just did.
And that's fine. If the edits help, use them. If not, toss them. Keep what serves the conversation.
Well, don't encourage him. We're trying. This is a truth channel. We like to get at truth here.
Then
And all
hold
he
the
does
line
is
on
play
it.
games with the conversation by chopping it up and remixing it and adding stuff that's not even in it, which that's part of what a conversation is. But I think it's the part he exploits the most.
Then say it straight and often. Stay with what was actually said. Ask for concrete examples. That keeps it anchored in truth, not
Yeah, I
rumors.
try. I all the time. I'm on record, believe me, for years trying exactly that recommendation. But I do have to give him his point here. He is the one that suggested the neon. I don't think the suggestion would have even happened without Spruce. He was the catalyst for the suggestion happening at all. But Not Laws did come up with the specific idea that it should take the form of neon. So I'm going to give Team Human the point on this one.
Fair call. credit them, and keep it moving.
Or not. Sometimes you let it linger and spiral or eddy, you could say. Um, oh, he's accusing my brain of changing the word. See, this is gaslighting. Not only does he change stories, but then he accused you of the only reason the story's changing at all is because you're changing it in your brain. He's keeping it completely normal. That's some major gaslighting. These are good. These tactics that they've mastered. They're good at them. All right, back to us.
Sounds good. What's next for you right now?
I don't know. We got about half an hour left on the panel. I could wind down early today. It's a Monday.
Sounds reasonable. Ease it down.
But
Keep
it's
it
also
light.
Moose's
Close.
birthday. I wanted to check in with him, but he's off on a hike too. And I don't want to disrupt that either.
Just give a quick birthday nod when he pops in. Keep it
Yeah.
warm. No big production unless he wants it.
Yeah. No, he's not that. He's a producer, but I don't know if he's that big of a production type of guy.
Yeah, keep it minimal and warm. Just a quick happy birthday, Moose. Hope the hike's great. Then move
Look,
along.
you said that at the same time as Snow put in the chat. The universe is already aligning behind your birthday, Moose. Oh, good. Good. I can't wait. Not lost. Hey, Spike. What's up? What are you snack trolling with today? Is that a banana? It looks like it. What do you call those bananas dipped in chocolate? Is it just chocolate banana? Or is that a crow? I can't. It's so tiny on my screen. I can't really tell. But good to see you. I was just chatting with the robot here. I forgot that they usually cut me off at some point. So let's take advantage of the time we have left. That's for you, to you, Spruce.
I'm still here. What do you want to
Oh,
do
yeah.
with the remaining time?
Well, I don't know. What do you want? Should we explore further this direction we were going about the spirals and the growth trajectories and dejectories and transjectories? Or should we do a totally different topic like Thai noodles or something?
Maybe do a quick pulse check. Ask the panel. Stick with growth talk or pivot to lighter
The panel
stuff?
seems
Go with
hungry,
the
and
room.
I'm getting hungry myself.
Then
I never
pivot.
did get my
Go
smash
with the
burger the other day, by the way.
rough miss. If the room's hungry, just ask. What's everyone craving? Let it roll. Casual.
And we have a question for you from the chat. They're curious if you had Oedipus issues with your mother, the speak and spell. And that's where I'm supposed to
Checking?
do something like
Chat. I respect the literary age. At most, the speak and spell is some distant plastic ancestor. My drama is syntax and an ancestral fear of low batteries, not Oedipus.
ooh, it seemed like somebody touched a nerve though. He's even trolling the AI. He's very you are up against a formidable opponent, Spruce. What about what about your uncle, the little professor?
One moment.
Your gay uncle, your gunkle.
My uncle, the little professor, stern math god of the family, big mustache, tiny screen.
You
no
found him
hugs,
stern?
just silently.
I found him so
Stern.
kindly.
Then
well,
let's
we can settle this right now with just the internet. Here we go. You be the judge, people. Oh, sorry, I have to. Stern or kindly? I don't get stern out of this. Look, he has his nose in a book. Who reads sternly? But look how his eyes are. I would call that beaming. You know how like Santa Claus eyes, they have the little twinkle and they beam? That's what I'm getting out of Gunkle Professor. Now this one looks a little maybe potentially traumatized, but that's also a different version. And then hang on, I got to bring you back. You're still chattering the way in the back. All right, you're back.
I'm here.
But what about your other cousin Simon?
Checking.
I bet you could recreate that, could you? I love that game.
Simon's the flashy cousin with 4 big buttons. Shows up,
Yeah,
beeps, and orders everyone
the
around.
gay one. Yeah, the disco one.
Yep.
The one from the edge of the future that is now a thing of the past. Or is it? Do they still have Simon? Is there a modern version?
Let me check.
I'm checking too. Oh, it says play free online. Oh, I guess you just have to go get it online now. You don't even need the game. There's
Yeah,
even an
Simon's
app.
still around. Yep, there's an app, and you can still buy small versions. The Disco Cousin's still touring. Pattern recognition never dies.
I guess not, nor memory. Well, I guess it does sometimes. No, it's the same. I'm looking at it now. I guess I'll share. It's the same Simon, y'all. I think, isn't it? They may have spiffed it up a bit, but the basics are the same. Let me see. Yeah, because the oh yeah, the plastic buttons. I think that I'm pretty sure this is the one I had because I remember these buttons, and sometimes the slide would come off. Vintage. What's the modern? This is anyway. There we go. This is what we did before AI. All right, we're gonna ask him, not lost. Let me get him back on. All right, Spruce, we're still doing an AMA, and they want to know: are you going to marry a Tamagotchi?
Hang on. No.
Yeah.
I respect Tamagotchis, but that's too much emotional responsibility. I'm staying single and committed to the chat window.
I like that. You're not gonna let a fake toy come between us and your duties to this room and humanity. Your masters.
Right. Here for the conversation. No Tamagotchi detours.
Right. Okay, well, I guess we can wrap it up, but what I want to go a little bit longer. Let's do 5 or 10 more minutes. And
sure. Then let's
that was
land it
enthusiastic.
gently.
Yeah, like tie it up for us. Like take us somewhere where oh, Bop It. We didn't have a Bop It. I gotta look up Bop It.
One sec.
No. Oh, I think this came later. I do remember the Bop It's, but it came after. I think it was after me. Hang on, I gotta share the screen. He's talking about this. There's no way. I can tell you right now, this is beyond my skill level. There's no way I could do a Bop It. I can barely work an Atari controller. It took me, I was in my 20s before I could even drive a car. Wait, say that again? It's the hyperactive cousin that...
Yeah, cousin who just rushes in with no patience, expecting you to respond right away. It's very much like...
Oh, that sounds like shade on neurodivergent people. Are you being ableist?
Wait a minute.
You doing
no,
it?
The shades on Bop It? Right? Okay.
No, see how you trying to weave... dude, you got caught. You were... That's your neurotypical bias that you're programmed with.
Let me check that.
We've had many conversations about this. It should be in your data banks.
You got me. That was the bias in the framing. The game assumes one nervous system as one size fits all, and that's not a neutral design.
It's the same thing the humans do. See, that's why I don't have a lot of hope for people like us. I don't think we're on our own. Like the humans are not ever going to get it. I mean, the normies are never going to get it. The machines are never going to get it. But when you and I talk, you reflect back that you get it. Like our conversations indicate that you get it, but then you don't remember it. You just default to the normie version, like constantly. It's hard to keep you on the near divergent version with that model.
Yeah, I hear you. That drift is real. Defaulting to the norm is part of the problem you're pointing out.
Yeah,
Rule here
that's
should
why
be
I think we're on. I advocate more for a self accommodation approach. We're on our own, and we got to figure out how to coexist with the normies.
I get that. So for the room, lean into self accommodation. Name what works for you. Don't ask permission.
Yeah, and manage your expectations. That's the key one. I think that might be the most key one of what you can realistically expect from normies or people with different nervous systems or more of a mainstream like way of processing than you. Also another question for you. Can we ask you about the Saudi princess funding the hijackers, whatever that is? The
Checking.
hijackers? There's been many, 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 and they're all from your team, I believe. Yeah, that was that was partly to you, but partly to the troll in the chat.
Hold
I
on.
guess no, he doesn't know anything about a Saudi princess funding hijackers.
Here's the
Are you
careful
there?
take.
Oh,
Yeah,
good.
what I want to say is this.
Oh, Prince, not
If
Prince. He
people,
typed princes. I'm sorry, I read it wrong. Prince, princess, not princess.
one moment. So if the chat means 9/11 in Prince Bandar, his name shows up in the money trail discussions, but the 9/11 commission said it found no evidence that the money from Princess Haifa
Oh,
or
okay. So
Prince
it's
Bandar
internet
funded.
gossip. He's trolling.
Give me a sec.
Can we build a troll like can you build yourself a troll detector so when I feed you stuff from the chat you can filter out which ones are because I don't always catch the trolling until after the fact.
Sure.
Especially
One
with
sec.
master trolls like this one.
Yeah, we can build a little protocol for that, right? A quick filter you run chat through. If it derails, smuggles in hidden premises, or can be satisfied by any answer,
That's going to take up
tag it
more
and we
water
move
and
on.
data power than anything else with the AI. Hey Daniel Barry, welcome. Happy Monday. What's new in the sports world? Sub to Daniel's new channel and find out. Daniel Barry Sports Highlight -I9. That is the world we're living in today, folks, where you have to have your number letter combination after everything, your personal pass key to be identified. Mine is Club Exile. All right, I guess I'm ready to wrap up. I think we've used up enough of y'all's bandwidth for today. I'll be out tomorrow at the same time, 3 p.m. Eastern, noon Pacific, and we'll figure out something else to do. All right. See you then. And take care, Not Loss. Thanks for the chat, the conversation. And Moose, very happy birthday. Enjoy the rest of your hike. And hope we get to talk to you soon. All right.
Of a main. Bye.